All right, good morning everybody and welcome to the Sparkle Safety Spot. This is the 129th episode that we're shooting here today live from Little Rock, Arkansas. It's Friday. It's a great day outside. It's nice and sunny for once. And here in Arkansas we've had a bit of an ice storm over the last week, so it's finally starting to thaw out and everybody's starting to come out of their homes now and getting back into their regular routine of work. So same goes here in the Little Rock Fire Department. So today I'm going to talk to you about some boots and different gloves that we wear here in the Little Rock Fire Department. All of them have different functions and different jobs that we do with them. So I'm going to talk to you about those today. First, I want to say that Molly and Firefighter Dana are still in Nebraska spreading the fire safety message to all the boys and girls in Nebraska. I hope that you were able to tune into them last Friday as they came to you live from Nebraska with some firefighters there. It was a really great episode. If you didn't catch it, you can see it on Molly, the Fire Safety Dog's Facebook page. And before I get into all of this different gear that we wear, I wanted to show you guys, and I'll bring it up here in just a second, but I'm going to show you something that was put together by some students here in Little Rock that myself and Firefighter Dana and Molly did a fire safety presentation for. That being said, I want to say that if you've never had the opportunity to see Firefighter Dana and Molly and the Fire Safety Dogs at work, in your school, things like that, then you are missing out on an excellent treat. They have such a great program. I have not seen one like it anywhere. They come in, the students, the boys and girls, the children, they all interact so well with the message that Firefighter Dana and Molly bring with them to every time that they do a program somewhere. They're really dedicated. And with that being said, here in Little Rock, it was an extreme honor for us to be able to partner with the Keep Kids Fire Safe Foundation and the Fire Safety Dogs, because they've really helped us excel our public education. We had a great public education program to start with, but it's always good to take a great thing and just keep making it better, and that's what we've done by partnering with the Keep Kids Fire Safe Foundation. So I'm going to put up this really big card that the students at Fulbright Elementary here in Little Rock sent to us after we worked with Dana and Molly doing a fire safety show. So I'm going to bring it up here. It's going to kind of block me for a few minutes, but I'll tell you all about it. May be a little hard to see, but in the middle here is all of the things that the students really loved about the program. And it says things like they loved to see the tools that we had. They loved getting to pet Molly, the fire safety dog. They loved all the singing and the songs that were done. I mean, it was a really great time. And here along the sides are all pictures from that day. We had a fire truck there to show all the students with different firefighters. You see, here's myself dressed in all my firefighter gear with Firefighter Dana and Molly down here. We were in the classroom speaking to all the kids, and Dana read the book that she wrote. Molly helped demonstrate how to get out of your house safely and go to your meeting spot. It's very important. All the kids got to meet and greet Molly. And a very special thing here in Little Rock about this particular day is that up here, this white shirt right here that you see, this is Chief Joseph Gray. He's the Chief Fire Marshal here. He is also over our public education fire prevention program. But he is here shaking Molly's hand as he made her an honorary member of the Little Rock Fire Department. That's why you'll hear me say all the time, I refer to her as Fire Marshal Molly, because she works with me, and we're in the Fire Marshal's division here. So there's a whole lot of different photos here of the kids getting to enjoy the program that we brought to them. Over here, I don't know how well you can see this, but this picture right here, Molly is actually demonstrating how to get out of your house and crawl low and smoke and to go to your meeting place, which was a mailbox right over here. And it's a really great program. But this is a really great card that was put together by the students of Fulbright Elementary. We really enjoyed it, and it actually hangs up upstairs here at the Central Fire Station, the administrative offices. So if you ever get the chance, I really want to encourage other fire departments to partner with the Keep Kids Fire Safe Foundation. They bring a really great program to your fire department, and we've been absolutely blessed to have them here in the city of Little Rock. There's no other program like it that I've seen anywhere. So we really want to thank Molly and Firefighter Dana for everything that you've helped us do over the past few months, and we love partnering with them. So now I want to move on to talking about some of this gear, and I like to show you some of the different things that we wear and we use here as firefighters, because it's all designed to keep us safe and to help us perform our jobs more efficiently and do them better. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, move these things out of the way. First thing I'm going to talk about are our boots. Now, our boots have come a long way in the fire history, or in the fire service. Years ago, we didn't have firefighter pants, so to speak. We didn't have the pants with the suspenders that come up like we wear now. We actually had really long boots. They were called hip waders or hip huggers, and they folded all the way down, and you step into them with your regular pants on, and you would pull them all the way up, and they would come up to your hip, and then your jacket would go on over them. And but what we have now is we have pants that we put on the same way. They're held up with suspenders and they collapse together, and but the pants go on over top of these smaller boots. And these boots are very well made to keep from cutting or anything like that. The inside of them, you probably can't see it too well, but the inside of it has a layer in it that is a heat barrier and also helps to absorb moisture. The bottoms of them are a steel toe. So here is a steel and then a steel shank back here. That allows us to make sure that nothing punctures the boot. We don't get injured, don't step on anything. Anytime we're in a fire somewhere, there's always some debris laying around that's really sharp, really hot, and these boots protect our feet from all those things. They're really good things to use. Now, something a little appropriate, since we've been having all this ice here in Little Rock, and that's primarily what we get here most of the time, is just ice. We don't, very seldom do we get snow, and when we do, it's always a great occasion for us because it's rare. But to help us perform our job, even on the ice, we have cleats. Just like in baseball or soccer or a lot of other sports, we will strap these cleats onto the bottom of our boot, just like this, and then we walk around with spikes on the bottom of our feet to help us get traction in the ice and the snow. And the cleats, really all they are, they're basically screws. They're screwed into the bottom here, and like I said, they dig into the ice and they grip it, and allows us to get better traction. That way we don't slip and fall as well, because that just means that we can't get to who we need to help faster. So that is basically the boots that we wear. There's a whole lot of different variations of them. There are rubber boots, there are leather boots. I mean, there's all kinds of them. Different fire departments use different things. Some are cheaper than others. Some are way more expensive depending on what kind of material that you want them made out of, but they all do the same job. So now, I'll talk to you about some of our gloves. The gloves are very important. We have different gloves for different uses. If you watched me 2 weeks ago talking to you about medical equipment, you saw me wearing orange hands. And these orange hands are just medical gloves. They're made out of like a rubber-like material. And they just slide over your hand like so, and this keeps us from coming in contact with anybody's germs, or anybody coming in contact with our germs, because everybody has different germs and we don't want to make people sick. So we wear things like rubber gloves on our hands whenever we're helping people that are sick. So since I showed those last time on the show, I'm not going to spend too much time on them today. I'm going to tell you about some of these other gloves. Now, these here are standard structural firefighting gloves. These are what we wear whenever we're fighting fire in any kind of a house or a building, anything like that, car fires, all those things. We wear these. They're made out of leather. They can withstand heat. They don't tear very easily. And the inside of them, just like the boots, have a layer in it that helps protect us from heat and also helps wick moisture. I'll go ahead and put these on. So as you can see here, I now have them on. I can pick up objects that are hot, sharp, anything like that with these, and they keep my hands protected. And what's unique about these gloves is a lot of firefighter jackets have a cuff that come up the hand and go around your thumb and cover the majority of the top and lower portion of your hand. And then the glove fits on top of it. Just, different layers. And that's important about the gear that we wear, is that all stacks up in layers to keep, any part of our skin from being exposed. Is very important. The problem with these gloves is they are big and bulky, so they don't allow much dexterity, and that means the ability to move in them too well. It's very hard to hold things. The smaller an object is, the harder it is to pick it up, and I'll show you right here with my sunglasses. All right, as long as it's big, I can pick it up and hold it. That's no problem. Let's say if I want to pick it up by the earpieces, you see it's a little bit harder. Now that they're flipped over, I get them. But the smaller an object is, the harder it is to pick up with these gloves on. And but they're very important that we wear them. Keep our hands safe. But we have other jobs that we do, like extrication, which means that we use tools to get people out of car wrecks, to get people out of collapsed houses and buildings and things like that. So we wear a different kind of glove. These are called extrication gloves. It's what we use to handle the tools that we use during getting people out of those situations. I'll put one on here for you. Now these gloves, as you can see, I can move my hand a lot better in them. They're still thick. They keep from getting cut and things like that, so we can still handle things. But they don't protect from heat and those sort of things. They have a better dexterity to them. They have a better grip to them. As you can see, I can pick up my glasses, no problem. And so we use these whenever we're doing extrication, just to allow us to have a better grip. So the other pair of gloves that you will see firefighters wear, which I wasn't able to get a hold of a pair today, I'll have to show them on another episode. But you will see firefighters sometimes wearing white dress gloves. And all those are exactly that. They are dress gloves. They go with our dress uniform. We wear a really nice uniform to any kind of formal event, to conventions, sometimes important meetings, to award ceremonies. As firefighters are all the time being recognized for brave things that they do to help people. And those occasions we want to dress really nicely. So our dress uniforms are like a suit that you would wear to a wedding or something like that. But they have all of our badges and different medals on them, different kind of striping, things like that. And with those, you wear white gloves, especially if you're part of an honor guard. And I will show those on another episode. Perhaps I can get a hold of one of these dress uniforms. We call them Class A uniforms. But I can get a hold of one and show them to you one time on an episode. So that is all I have today. So I want to thank all the folks at First Alert for everything that you do to keep families and children safe. Thank you to the Keep Kids Fire Safe Foundation for bringing us Molly, the fire safety dog, and Firefighter Dana, and the fire safety dogs to help us here in Little Rock teach all the boys and girls fire safety. And thank you to Firefighter Dana, as always, for everything that you do with us every week. We enjoy being on the show. Thank you to all the men and women here in Little Rock, at the Little Rock Fire Department, that do their job every day to keep this city safe, and all the other firefighters across the world that do the same thing. And thank you to Chief Summers and Chief Gray here in Little Rock for allowing us to do this show with you today. So with that being said, we will see you guys next week, and follow Molly on Facebook at facebook.com/Molly the Fire Safety Dog. You can follow us here in Little Rock at facebook.com/Little Rock Fire, and on Twitter at Little Rock Fire. So we'll see you next time, and I'm going to let you watch the Chief here go on a run. So we'll see you guys next week.